How's it going, people? Welcome back to our opposition preview. We're here for, of course, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest tomorrow game at the Emirates, 3 p.m. kickoff. Really look forward to this one. It's going to be a very tough game for us, Arsenal, as we take on Forest. We have a fantastic start to the season. And as always, we're doing an opposition preview where we talk to the opposition and get their thoughts on the game ahead. And I'm joined by Dan from Talk Forest TV. Dan, how you doing today, man?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, man. I'm really looking forward to the game. Should be a really good one. And just before we do start, Dan, if you want to quickly talk about your channel and what content you do and where people can find you, man.
Basically, I'm on all the socials that there could be. So, I mean, we're Talk Forest TV on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, that new Blue Sky page, TikTok. Snapchat. I mean, we are literally all the socials that you know. So yeah, we do all sorts. We do like your previews, reviews. We do new shows. We do bit of different of everything really. But yeah, thank you for having me on and letting me promote my channel.
Yeah, anytime, of course, man. And guys, just before we do start, if you go to the title right now, you'll find Dan's channel. It's pinned to the title, literally. So easy to do. You click the blue app, takes you right to the channel. Go over there, show some support, man. Do some great content over there. So let's get into it, Dan. Of course, I'm going to start with you guys in terms of your thoughts on Forest this season under Nuno as well. Now, as like an insider looking in, obviously an Arsenal fan looking in, I've been so impressed with the start of the season you guys have had. I've seen some of the results. You beat Liverpool at Anfield, that 1-0 game. I think you are the only team to beat them this season in all competitions, and we know how well they're doing under Slot. And yeah, you've been very, very good. Some of the football, some of the players. I mean, Chris was on fire with 8 goals this season for you guys. Like Hudson-Odoi is doing really well. Your like Gibbs White in the midfield. Like overall, the way how Nuno is playing with you guys, I've been so impressed to see Forest be in such a good position. But I want to get your initial thoughts on your season so far, man.
I'll be honest here. I was saying this on another stream on Monday. The biggest thing for me is that continuity and that consistent that we actually had this season, because last 3 years under Marinakis, I think we only had a normal transfer window where you probably buy 5 or 6 players, but last 3 years we've been buying like quite a lot of players, as everyone knows about, since we've been up, because when we came up we not had a really good squad, so we had to really buy the last 2 seasons. Whereas this season we had that core squad already, which helped massively. Nuno wants a small squad, but the signings that we brought in, they really helped us go to that next level, like Milenkovic, Moreno, Elliot Anderson. They just 3 of the names that we brought in, and they just took us to that next level where we brought all the players in like Jota Silva, Sousa. Yeah, fair enough, they're not really paid as much, but they're great additions to the squad, especially behind Ilando and Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, fair enough. They're bit alright. I mean, but they can come on in games and they have that high energy, which, I mean, it is nice to have that option because we never had that last season. So to have that addition to the squad, I mean, it's good. And even under Nuno, I said it in the last season when we stayed up, I was like, give Nuno the pre-season, let him get in what we need in, and let him have just give him what he needs. Let him get rid of the players that he don't want. Let him have this smaller squad. And you know what? It's paying off now because, I mean, like you said, some of the results we have this season, the only team to beat Liverpool away, in all competitions. I mean, massive result. Still unbeaten away as well, touch wood, at the minute. But that's another big thing for me. And some of the results that we have been picking up, it's just been really good. I mean, I said sort of season, I'd be happy with like mid-table and where we are at the minute with Jordan points as well. That's the scariest thing going into tomorrow's game, because last 3 times when we played it, they've been a really big gulf. Bar started last season, so I mean, great start to the season, and I think hopefully it continues now. Didn't know international breaks to March, which is a bonus. But yeah, big up to Nuno and the recruitment team for what they have done in terms of getting to where we are this season at the minute.
Yeah, no, very well said there. I wanted to dig deeper in talking about obviously Nuno. Now, I saw the guy at Wolves. I think he did an excellent job at Wolves. You got qualified them for Europa League, played European football with them, and then obviously he moved away. He got his move to Tottenham. It didn't work out for him at Tottenham, but who actually works out at Tottenham? You look at some of the managers they've had, Conte's, Mourinho's, they've had elite managers and they've still, won nothing. So, and then obviously he went to Saudi, I think, managed a few years there. Now obviously with you guys, but having seen what he's done with Wolves, qualifying for them for European football, and the way how you're going about business. I know it's early days, this season, but obviously you guys, massive club in terms of you've been and you've had that success in Europe already, Do you see Nuno being that guy to, take you back to the European days in terms of like qualifying you back for Europe this season?
I'll be honest here, it was always the aim anyway under Marinakis, because when Marinakis bought us back in 2017, he wanted us to get back in this Premier League and sort of get back into Europe and challenging that top end where we are. So, I mean, if we get it this season, I think it'd be a massive thing for the club, because I think that what Marinakis wants, and where the club belongs, back challenging in the right end of the Premier League and the right end of English football, up there with everyone, because even back in the 70s, 80s, even early 90s, we were up there, like challenging with Liverpool and winning back-to-back European Cups and League Cups, and we was up there. And yeah, fair enough, we've been out the Premier League for so long, but I think this season, like, who says that we can't get up there? I mean, there've been bigger shots in football before, and I feel like under Nuno, like, he knows, he's been there, he got the T-shirt, he knows how to get teams into Europe, and he had that European football. So, yeah, I mean, if this is going to be the crucial part of the season for me, because, yeah, fair enough, we've got Arsenal, we've got both Manchester clubs coming up, we've got Villa, Spurs. So I think if we can sustain this early season form, and I feel like we know we can, and how he sets us up, European football, it could be on the cards coming, hopefully towards the end of the season.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. As I said, I think it's a good point. When you look into Maracanos, is that how you pronounce the guy's name?
Yeah,
good point, because I think he obviously was. Am I right in saying he was at Olympiacos as well?
Yeah. He got Olympiacos, he got us, and he got Real Alf, and he's looking at 2 more clubs at the minute.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you. Funny enough, I'm sure you saw it all with our director Edu leaving Arsenal, and now with you guys. What's your sort of initial thoughts on someone like Edu Gaspar coming to Arsenal? Because with him at Arsenal, it's a very mixed opinion. Sort of fans wanted him to go. Fans didn't rate what he did, but fans actually said, you know what, maybe it was a bit of a mistake. It's a bit 50-50 going around in the fan base, hit and miss with Edu. So. What is that, initial thoughts to you of Edu, coming in alongside Maracanos as well?
I'll be honest, when it first came out in the summer, I was a bit like, oh, wow, we're going for Edu. Like, I mean, seeing what he done at Arsenal, I mean, you probably know more being inside of Arsenal fan, like, how he is. But, I mean, when I look at it from outside in, I think Edu, if we get him, that'd be a bit of a statement for me, for us, because obviously seeing the work he's done and helping Arteta to get rid of some of the players that you guys had over the years, it'd be a great thing. And he knows, like, he's been up there in European football for quite a few years now. He's been there, got a T-shirt, he knows how to sustain that European football, and that really probably can help Marinakis in sustaining it, because fair enough, Olympiacos aren't like a big force in European football. Forest are trying to get back there. Real, they're like the baby brother of the field at the minute. Like, they're still quite low, and I feel like Eddie can bring that experience and that sort of, let's go from plan A, let's go to plan C, and get from like where we are now to that upper end. So I think it's a great appointment for us, and I feel like that he can add something what all three clubs don't have at the minute. Well, might be 4 or 5 by then, but he might be able to take us to that next level in terms of what we need and how to get there.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man. Fair enough. As I said, like, in terms of him at Arsenal, he signed some really good players for us. He spent a lot of money, to be fair. I think it's around 700 million that he spent with Arteta. So a lot of money. He got some good things right, and you got a few things. You got quite a bit wrong in terms of. My thing with Edu is his negotiations in like selling players, for example. Our highest ever sold player was Smith Rowe, and that was 30 million. Yeah, and I look at other clubs, the Chelseas. I look at the Liverpools and how they get money for their players, and that was my only real criticism with Edu is his outgoings. We would not get enough money for players in terms of selling players. So that's probably a critic there, but. He's going with you guys. He's with Olympiacos now and that other club as well. So he's joined obviously with Miraculous. So we wish him all the best. Of course, he wasn't invincible as well. He wasn't invincible with Arsenal as a player. He knows what success is as a player. But I think it's a good appointment for you guys. I wanted to obviously ask you coming to this game, Emirates Stadium. Last season, I think we guys played you at the start. It was 2-1. To Arsenal. I think it was it Anoui who scored that goal?
Awani,
yeah. That guy, he has a thing against Arsenal, man. I think in the past 3 games, he scored, against us. So obviously that was last season, start of the season. We beat you guys 2-1. Very, very tight game. And then it was obviously the 5-0 the season before that. And then obviously it was, I think League Cup, it was 5-0 again. That's only the Emirates games. And then when to playing away at your stadium, you guys seem to get the better of us. Remember last season was that 1-0. No, it wasn't.
You guys beat us last season at home.
2-1.
You at home.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So, and then obviously you've done us in the FA Cup a few times as well. That 4-2 and
Who say about that?
No worries at all, man. Yeah, and then obviously that 1-0 as well. You guys done us the FA Cup.
So
but obviously comes to the Emirates. Am I back?
Don't know what.
Do you hear me?
There. What? Sorry, I lost you.
A lot of money to be spent. You hear me now? I'm around 700 million that he spent with Arteta. So a lot of money. He got some good things right.
Yo, bro, I lost it.
2 secs. Right, guys. 1 sec. There's very technical difficulties. 1 sec.
Sorry about that.
Is that better?
What was it?
1 second. Yeah, guys, mate, you should sort this out. Don't worry, guys. Technical difficulties as always on this channel. But yeah, he'll Dan will come back, people. Make sure you guys hit like buttons up as well. Make sure you obviously subscribe to the channel if you are new. And also sub to Dan's channel as well, Talk Forest TV. Get your predictions in down below as well, people. Get your score predictions down below as well. Give you. So yeah, guys, obviously he'll be back soon. Just having a bit of technical. Big up Ryan in the chat who just tuned in as well. Big up Jordan. Big up to Static. Yeah, big up the fresh trim settings people. Big up guys, the fresh trim. And yeah, big up guys. You got any questions as well? Please do leave them. And I think Dan's back now.
Yeah, is that better? About that. Yeah, my phone just went and someone tried to call me.
No worries, man. No worries at all. Yes, no. So as we were saying, obviously the recent encounters against each other, you guys seem to obviously get the better of us when it comes to FA Cup and when you go away to your stadium. But I think we've got a decent record at home at Emirates. But obviously coming into this game, seeing obviously I've seen in terms of your away form, I don't think you guys have lost a game away from home yet. I know you now as a home though, but I looked at your away form and you seem to be having a really good away record this season. Obviously, you guys beat Liverpool at Anfield, that 1-0 as we spoke about earlier. But what's your initial thoughts coming into this game, coming to the Emirates? Are you feeling confident that you'll get something against us tomorrow?
I'll be honest with you, I was talking to a Forest fan on Tuesday when I was at Darts, and we were talking about it, and we were saying that last 3 years when we came to the Emirates, we were sort of hoping that we wouldn't. Well, first season would be like hopefully we'd keep the goals down. Last season, it was quite a close one. To be fair, I mean, when he scored the post late on, and it was quite a tight game. Last this season, I starting to look at it a bit more different because how competitive we are this season. Especially in all our games, bar Newcastle second half, we've been quite competitive. So coming into the Arsenal game, I think a point is more realistic at the minute because of how Nuno sets this up and all that. I feel like that going to them where you guys are really good at home, I didn't know shared that, and our away from, I think it'd be good for the neutral. Yeah, I shared that, but I think I'd be happy with a point, and I'd be quite disappointed if we lose. But I hope that the Newcastle game we can bounce back from it because it was a bit unusual game that was for a second half because we didn't compete. So I think coming to the Emirates, I think we need to have that reaction from it. And I think if we come to the Emirates and get a point, I'd be happy. To be fair.
Yeah, no, that's that. Listen, coming as an Arsenal fan, coming to this game, in terms of how we've been playing this season, in terms of our recent form as well, we've been really poor this season, man. We've been really poor. We've been dropping points left, right, and centre. We lost to Bournemouth. That's a big one to look at when they beat us 2-0. We lost to Newcastle as well. We obviously drew at Chelsea last, just before international break. We drew at Brighton this season. We, have been dropping points here, man. And even in these games, when we play against, these sides at Emirates, like we played Wolves this season, we won 2-0. But in the game, Wolves played really well, and Red saved us in quite a few occasions in that game as well. So, I definitely think you guys have the right to be coming into this game feeling confident. Seeing your season so far, seeing your away form so far as well is really good. So I think it is going to be a really tough game. I just wanted to quickly talk about some of your individual players and who you've really been impressed with this season in terms of. I'm this way. I want to start with Chris Wood, right? 8 goals season, and then I look at Anowi, yeah. I don't think he scored yet, if I'm mistaken. What's the situation with that? Is Chris Wood seems to be like your main guy now over Anowi?
Yeah, so basically, Taro's been so hit and miss last season. I mean, he ended the season, our first season on 5. He scored 6 goals in 5 games. He scored a win against you guys to keep us up. Then he carried it on to the next season. But the biggest problem with that being with Taro is injuries. Whenever he seemed to get match fit and he seemed to get 90 minutes into him, and you thought, it would turn the corner, he get injured again. And I'm lucky enough, fair play on Chris Ward. I've always said about Chris Ward when we signed him. Cooper used him more of a target man, and Chris Ward is not a target man to be fair. I've always said it. It's more better ball to feet, ball to chest. It's better like that. It's not that target man. But if you put a ball in the penalty area, 9 times out of 10 he puts in the net because he's lethal in the area. He's proper poacher, and last season we relied on him so much in like games where he scored goals, and you know what? If it weren't for Chris Ward, what would happen? I never know. So, and this season he's just carried on from last season. It's just scoring goals, and especially if our Nuno plays as well, they like to get balls in the box, and especially when you got Chris Wood on the end of it, he knows where the back of the net is. And yeah, he scored 8 goals already this season. He scored in the second international break. He scored twice then. The first one he scored 1, and this international break just came off. He scored 5 goals then for New Zealand. So he knows how he's in his best form of the life. So fair play on him. But Taro, it's look, touch wood, he's not been injured yet this season, but Nuno's trying to build him back, get him back to fully fitness, and he's not putting no pressure on him. So it's giving him like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, and 10 minutes there. But I mean, it'd be scary if I told you, Taro, since February when he played Newcastle, he's only completed 190 minutes, which is scary to be fair because of how he is and how much of a goal scorer he is. He should be playing 90 minutes every week. We shouldn't be relying on a 33-year-old doing what he's doing. But you know what, Chris Ward, give my hat off to him. Like, he's doing the business and he's keeping Tower at squad at the minute.
Yeah, bro, it's like, you know, looking into Chris Woods, just I've been so impressed with him for you guys this season, man. He's doing his thing, and I'm sure he's going to keep up and score quite a few goals for you guys this season there.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that stat.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if you've seen the stat about Chris Wood as well since Nuno been in charge.
There we go.
Since Nuno's been in charge, there's only Cole Palmer and Ireland that score more goals than him.
Wow.
And that be a year next month.
There we go, man. I mean, Nuno's getting the best out of him for sure, man. He's getting the best out of him. In terms of obviously, you know, with Anoui, right? You know, that guy, he does turn up against Arsenal. Like, 3 times in a row, I'm pretty sure this guy scored that way as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, they always say that certain players have certain things for certain clubs.
This has got to be it for Anoui, man. This guy always turns up against Arsenal, so he'll be a threat. Even if you don't sign him, if he comes off the bench tomorrow, he's still going to be a threat there because, you know, he has got that good record against Arsenal. So, yeah, but in terms of, you know, that's your striker situation. In terms of some of the other players, obviously you spoke about some of your new signings that you brought in as well. But in your opinion, who's some of the players that Arsenal should be watching out for tomorrow?
Oh, I reckon, if I'm being honest, yeah, it got to be this good spot that shadowed that.
Yeah,
he's probably our main guy, to be fair, but he has been out injured as well. But and to be fair, and Forest, we really coped with it really well. I mean, we won every game Good Spot didn't play, which if it was said that to us last season, you would have just. Well, I wouldn't be saying this, but this season, I mean, Elliot Anderson came in and played at number 10 at well, and them two just there's a right good battle at the minute. So Anderson, Gibbs White, we outshadowed that, but I think Gibbs White will be the main man in that number 10. But I think it's Milenkovic, another big one that Arsenal might have to watch out for at the back because since he came in, he made that massive difference at the back because last season and season before we not had that leader at the back. We not had that someone who's does the dirty work, who's like goes in the headers and makes sure he wins them. And yeah, he's just a beast at the back. Him and Murillo, like to say that they didn't start playing together to September. I mean, them two they're like probably Saliba and Gabriel for you guys. How good they are like together. Like they're so like compact and they know where each other are. And yeah, fair enough that Murillo is more of a ball playing defender. Whereas Milenkovic is that proper old-fashioned defender that you do need in that squad. Really, Boots, he kicks, he wins it. He does all the donkey work. Where Murillo does all the footballing side of things. He gets on the ball and he plays. So I think definitely them two, and probably Gibbs White.
Yeah, nah, 100%, man. That Brazilian Murillo, is it, as you just mentioned there? Very, very big fan of him as well. I think he's really. I remember when Arsenal were looking at him as well. I think last summer, I was thinking, you know what, he could be a good player for us in terms of having that cover there in defence. So he's a good player there. So you got a very strong, better back line in terms of those two centre backs there. And obviously, Morgan Gibbs White is unbelievable as well, man. On his day, he caused you some big issues. So we've definitely got to watch out for him. In terms of the approach to this game for Nuno and also the lineup, your full lineup as well, how do you see him going with in terms of predicted lineup against Arsenal?
I think it's pretty straightforward, the back five, because I've always said it that this back five at the minute, they've been really solid in what we have done this season. Like with Sells in goal, and the back four of Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo, Moreno. Obviously, Aina at right back, it's been sensational to say the least, because obviously been playing left back all last season. And when we brought Moreno in, we thought, oh, what's going to happen here? But Aina at right back, it's just been so sensational in what he has done. And even Moreno at left back, like, they always say don't fall in love with a lone player, but Moreno at left back just been another top signing. Like what they do at full backs and as wing backs, because they both like to attack, they both can defend. It's really good. Midfield too. I think Yatesy will be in there because he just breathes Forest like in and out, like, and some of the work he does, he's upset quite a few Liverpool fans already this season and Newcastle fans. Anyway, think so. It'd be him, and I think it'd be a toss up between Dominguez and Ward-Prowse. But at the minute, if I'm being honest, I have to keep Dominguez in, because last two games prior to the international break, he probably had his two best games for us in terms of his work rate and what he has been doing in there. Yeah, fair enough. Second half against Newcastle, he probably drifted off, but then I wouldn't say no to Ward-Prowse because of that experience he has in the Premier League, and he's the dead ball specialist, and we've not had one of them in quite a while. So, I mean, I wouldn't say no to either of them, or even if we play Anderson in number 8. I mean, that's the nice thing, that we have got that bit of flexibility in there now, where we can have 2 or 3 players that can play there. The 3 in front of him, I think we go 4-2-3-1. Personally, I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, I wouldn't actually mind like either Ilando, Hudson-Odoi start or Jota and Sosa, because we did this against Liverpool, where we played Anderson and Dominguez as not like inverted wingers and just stop them playing in the middle. Then that last half an hour, we brought Hudson-Odoi on, Ilando on, and we went for it. So personally, I can see him playing Jota and Sosa and just play them a bit into foot, just to try and soak it all in, then go for it second half. Then it'd be Gibbs White in that number 10. Then it personally it'd be Chris Wood for me up front. Unless if we does start Tyrone, because as he said, he seemed to got a thing against Arsenal, but it'd be nice for him to get a bit of minutes inside of him, personally. But me, that's just my head, but me, by my heart, I would like to see Chris Wood start up front and bring Tower on last 10-15 minutes. Or another way could be like I said, Anderson, Dominguez on the wings. It's quite nice to have these options now. We didn't have these like last season.
Yeah, there we go, man. As you said, there's you've got some great some great players to watch out for. A very good team there. They've been performing really well under Nuno, so it's going to be a very, very tough game. You know, as I said about us, you know, in terms of how we'll set up, we'll play with Raya in goal. We'll play a back four. We are suffering a few injuries. Our right back Ben White, he's out for a few months now, so it'll be Timber right back, Gabriel Saliba, 2 centre backs. We've got Calafiori back from injury, which is good for us, so he'll go straight into left back. And the midfield three will most likely be Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. And then the front three for Arsenal is going to be Saka on the right, Martinelli, and then Havertz down the middle. So, yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. You know how I see it going? I see it going. I think it'd be similar to last season in the sense that it'll be so tight, man. You know, I don't see us coming against you guys and blowing you away. You know, I think you're going to give us a great game, man. You know, I think it would not surprise me if it ends in a draw, bro. Just the way you've been playing, just the way how we've been playing as well. And, you know, I think you can really give us a good game. So I think I'm going to go with a tight, very tight game. Maybe 2-1 Arsenal, you know, 2-0 if we can keep a clean sheet. But, yeah, what do you think, man, in terms of how do you see the game going and your score prediction?
I'll be honest, I think it will be the battle of the defences, to be fair. Because, like you said, you got Gabriel and Saliba, we got Milenkovic, Murillo, and obviously on their day, Sells and Rayo on the day can be rule beaters. So I think it will be extremely tight. I think the midfield battle will be very good because, like, you have a place in there. I think whoever gets on top of it, that'd be a good battle. And I can see it being. I'd probably say 1-0 to be fair. I think whoever wins it will have to produce some spectacular goal because either defence won't give an easy goal to be fair. It has to be something at the top draw. And I think if Forest on their game like they did against Liverpool and we get a goal and we can defend it, I think I take it. That's what my heart says. I think if we do something like we did at Liverpool, I think I take it now. But I think with my head, I think 1-0. I think it'd be one of them ones where I think it'd be either a good spectacular or striker poacher's goal.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough, you know. I think you guys will, you know, take a point away at Emirates for sure. And yeah, bro, it's going to be a fantastic game. Listen, Dan, it's been a pleasure tonight. Thank you so much for your time. As we said earlier, guys, you can find Dan, you know, everywhere, you know, Talk Forest TV in the title as well. Go over there, subscribe to him. And listen, Dan, may the best win for tomorrow. And apart from tomorrow, good luck for the rest of the season, man. I actually hope Forest can, you know, get some Europe this season. It'll be fantastic to see you guys back.
Thank you, and congratulations. Was you up for the at the FCA last night as well? From what I've seen. Yeah, thank you anyway.
Say that again, sorry.
Like to say, was you up for an award at the Football Content Award?
I think I'm lagging. Am I lagging, guys? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Yo, Dan, can you hear me now? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think you're back. The stream's done anyway.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Yeah, to say, was you up for award yesterday at the Football Content Awards? Hello?
Yes. Man, yes. I finished 3rd place in my category, bro. So yeah, thank you very much, man.
Yeah, I didn't even get into the top 10. Yeah. I mean, quite a few people finished it. But like I said, go again for next year.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't know what's going on with this though, guys. I'm so laggy.
The stream came off, was it? No.
Yes. Listen, guys, sorry about this lag. I don't know what's there's a bit of a delay right now. But Dan, listen, as I said, may the best team win for tomorrow, bro. And thank you so much for your time. Big up the chat as well. Make sure you guys go and sub to Dan if you haven't already. We're getting out of here, people. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. As always,